me to say hello, 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 and welcome to this interesting pub quiz. My name is John, and I realise that I've not popped out the game chat so you can see all of my Discord. Let me fix that real fast.
What's he member of?
No, that's the wrong.
It's going well.
One moment.
It's going very well. Evidently. I've been playing all the Sherlock Holmes games in the last couple of weeks.
I didn't even know there were Sherlock Holmes games, so...
Really?
There we go. That's the cameras we want to see, and only the cameras we want to see.
Why am I telling on T?
I typed it quickly.
Okay. Well, I'm now telling on T.
I mean, you can be Talon on toast, or totes.
Totes telling on T.
Totes Talon on tea. Let's do that.
Totes telling on toasted tea cakes.
Am I still Angel Feather?
Yes.
Yay!
So this week, no, let's start with the hellos. Hello and welcome to this Final Boss Fight pub quiz. My name is John, and I am Final Boss Fight's resident quizmaster. And if I was really professional with this, I would have edited that whole bit out, but I'm not going to do that. So, yay, hello, YouTube.
Anything get out on a live stream is great.
Yeah, I know, right?
I am joined this week by Jeff.
Hello.
Who I thought had just had a fancy effect go on, but I realised somebody in the living room's just turned on the light.
Yep.
I'm getting too used to Chris being in meetings with his green screen capabilities. And I am also joined by Jennifer.
Hi.
And
you're never gonna get a photo. You're never gonna get camera of me. So you know, it's just never gonna happen.
We'll get there eventually.
No.
We'll work on it. We'll get there.
John, you could spend money on the most expensive webcam, and I'm still not gonna use it because I don't want people seeing my ugly face.
We are here to do a pub quiz for you all, because...
Sandbagging that.
Ignoring that entirely, we're moving on, and we're going to do a pub quiz, because it is... There's some pretty nasty stuff going on out there at the moment.
Oh my god, yeah. Did you hear there's like a new virus out? It's weird.
There's a new virus out. We need to upgrade the patch notes, and, you know,
It's named after an Asterix character.
It's so bizarre.
Sean points out that Sean has seen it, and it's not that ugly, so nah.
We're talking about the virus.
Actually, to be honest, I really don't think it's that bad. It's just I don't want to be on camera. Just a comfort thing.
There's some nasty stuff going on out there in the world right now, and we need a little bit of goodness and light in our lives. And also, you need to...
So we're wondering why you're in our stream.
You also need to stretch your grey cells every once in a while, get your brain going. And so we figured we'd do a brainy thing, and we'd test the brains of the FBF friends and family.
We'd brain the brains.
It's a good thing you're testing us and not yourself, John, because I'm pretty sure you're doing words good.
Yeah, I'm doing words real good tonight. So tonight, because we've got Jeff and Jennifer, we're going to do a head-to-head show with...
Are we going to have a third round new contender? Because that's never happened before.
No, we're not, unfortunately, because I've not got anybody else I can call on such short notice as Jeff. So we're going to have Angel Feather versus Totes Talon on Toasted Tea Cakes. This week, round 1 and 2 are going to be the standard pub quiz questions, and round 3 and 4 are going to be video game themed.
Ooh!
This sounds like it might be right up our street.
I don't know why you feel that way, but I've put together a video game themed round. I've
Cool.
got a number of questions in it, the same as our normal rounds. And so we'll see how you guys get on with some video game related questions.
Charles intrigued as to how the video game section will go. I think we're all intrigued as to how the video game section will go. Even John is intrigued, and he did it.
I've collated some of the finest video game related questions I could find in about 10 minutes on the internet. Which got me
How
to
many Final Fantasies are there?
which got me up to 19 questions, and then that's why we're a little bit late. So, without further ado, it is time for me to remember to hit up the background music, and let's kick off the pub quiz with round 1.
Alright.
That would be more impressive if that was when the video game music had started. But there we go. Question the first. Who had a 1960s hit with the song Save the Last Dance for Me? Who had a 1960s hit with the song Save the Last Dance for Me?
Well, I'm starting off strong. I'm guessing.
Question 2. Who is the author of the famous Harry Potter books? Who is the author of the famous Harry Potter books? Question 3rd. Which country is known as the land of the white elephant?
Ooh,
Which
shit.
country is known as the land of the white elephant?
Crazy?
Let me know when you're ready for the next one.
I'm good.
Yep.
How many days does the moon take to orbit the Earth? How many days does the moon take to orbit the Earth?
Wow, fuck.
Question 5. What is the name of the very small Japanese tree that is grown in a pot? Yes, Sean, I apparently like to mix up how I ask the questions. Sean was saying yesterday that last week she and her family had this on the background as they were outside doing a bonfire.
Oh, neat.
And so every so often her dad would actually shout out one of the answers.
Wait, last week?
Yes.
As in when I was singing like an absolute douche last week?
That'd be the week, yes.
Oh my god.
Actually, also last week, my mum critiqued me on some of the questions we had and tried to answer some of them on Sunday. And she said that I was very unfair for giving bonus points for correctly spelling Mowgli.
Ha! Ha!
Um,
Told you that was bullshit. Question 6.
Sean says, yeah, we were playing along, and also, yes.
Why do we get them on the stream?
We'll have a special round at some point where it's the parents' turn.
My mom might actually enjoy that.
Question 6. What is the name of the longest snake in the world? And I don't mean like Frank, like... Actually, do I mean like Frank?
What
No.
type of snake?
What type of snake is the longest snake in the world? Sean says I should really rope the brother in. Yeah, if you have to use rope, that's perfectly acceptable.
That's kinky.
Which famous musical featured the song "You've Got to Pick a Pocket or Two"? Which famous musical featured the song "You've Got to Pick a Pocket or Two"?
And now that song is running through my head. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Rope and a wheelie chair.
That's a different live stream.
That's a very different live stream. Pretty sure people pay for that. Hey, John. Like,
Question 8. On a roulette wheel, what colour is 0? On a roulette wheel, what colour is 0?
well, at least I have a 50-50 chance of getting this one right.
What? Question 9. What does DVD stand for? Because someone took away the chair.
That's an interesting one, that one is, actually.
Oh,
When we come to the answers.
Yeah, I think I have it. I used to know it.
And finally, which brothers flew the first powered aircraft?
I'm feeling pretty confident about most of these.
Yeah, this hasn't been too bad of a questions round.
Yeah, there's a couple where I'm kind of like, I think I have it, but...
Okay, is everybody ready for some answers?
Yes.
Who had a 1960s hit with the song Save the Last Dance? For me.
Elvis?
Nope. Jeff?
Fuck.
I said Aretha Franklin, but I don't think that's not going to be right.
It was the Drifters.
Oh.
Nil point. Jeff, who is the famous author, or who is the author of the famous Harry Potter books?
J.K. Rowling.
Jennifer.
J.K. Rowling.
Correct.
Want to know an interesting piece of trivia?
Sure.
The K means nothing.
Yeah.
It's a weird way of spelling nothing.
She wanted to put down Joanne Rowling, but I think it was a publisher something advisor to because she wants to be associated with J.R.R. Tolkien. So they said
Right.
pick a letter for your middle initial.
Have a middle name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Have a middle initial, not a middle name.
Well. Which country is known as the Land of White Elephant? Jennifer.
India?
Jeff.
I guess China.
It is Thailand.
Fuck.
I was thinking that as well. That's annoying.
Jeff, how many days does it take for the moon to orbit the Earth?
28.
Jennifer.
Fuck. 24.
It's 27.
Really?
To be precise, 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes, and 11.6 seconds.
Huh.
Which is very precise.
Yeah.
That's very anal.
Yeah. Jennifer, what is the name of the very small Japanese tree that is grown in a pot?
Bonsai!
And Jeff.
Yep, bonsai.
It is the bonsai tree.
Oh, I'm not going to get to see any this year. Hyper Japan's not on.
No. What is the name of the longest snake in the world, Jeff?
I believe it's the boa constrictor.
Sean is working on some bonsais, actually.
Ooh.
Cool.
So maybe you can see those. But I don't think they're ready yet.
No.
Fairly new. Jennifer, what is the name of the longest snake in the world?
Is it the anaconda?
It is, in fact, the python.
I wasn't sure if it was anaconda or python. I went with anaconda because of the fucking movie.
I'm feeling less confident about these answers now.
Jennifer, which famous musical featured the song You've Got to Pick a Pocket or Two?
Oh God, was that Oliver Twist?
And Jeff?
The musical's name is Oliver.
It is indeed Oliver, yes.
So do I get that or no?
I'll give you the points for that.
That would be mean.
That would be very mean.
Thank you.
You're
making up for the Mowgli question, aren't you?
I actually was a pickpocket in my school production. When we did Oliver. Not just in a school production, I didn't just randomly start pickpocketing people.
Don't try and cover it now, John. We all know you've got slick fingers.
I was also a flying monkey and a reporter in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And understudy grandparent. Jeff, what colour on a roulette wheel is the 0?
So, you know, Jennifer, you said you had a 50-50 chance?
Yeah?
It's actually green.
Bullshit!
It is actually green, yes. The 0 and double zeros are the only two numbers that are not red or black.
That's bullshit. That's what that is.
That's some real bullshit. Jennifer, what does DVD stand for?
Digital video disc?
Sean questions, would I have got a point for it's not red or black, but I can't remember what one it is?
Half a point.
Jeff, what does DVD stand for?
Digital versatile disc.
That is the answer I have written down here, yes.
To be fair, they changed the definition.
They went back and forth on it for a little while.
Yeah.
It was always digital video disc in the States.
Yeah.
I don't know why it would be versatile.
Because you can use it for more things.
It started as DVD, as digital video disc, because most application of it was video. And then they realised they could put other stuff on there.
Hmm.
But they still had DVD, so they had to kind of get another word that fits into the DVD.
Unluckily, versatile.
Yeah.
And Jeff, which brothers flew the first powered aircraft?
The Wright brothers.
That is correct.
The
The right
brothers.
answer, yes.
That was terrible.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'll be here all week, tip your waitress. We need to hire a waitress.
Sean?
Jeff, put that down on the to-do list. Put that below right to-do list.
There's a waitress service here?
We're working on it.
Yes.
1 minute, I'll message your mum.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh,
See if I can get a glass of Coke.
John.
Oof.
Well, I could go with brother or try dad, I think. I think I've got... You can get to him on Facebook. Are you ready for round 2?
Do you want points
Yeah.
or not yet?
Oh yeah, good point. Let's have some points. Team Angel Feather
4.
and Team Toasted Talon Tea Cakes.
6.
It's close.
It's not.
I mean, there's 2 points in it. Round 2, fight. What is Tiger Woods' real first name?
It's gonna be a guess.
What
I
is...
just saw his mugshot the other day too. Fuck.
What is Tiger Woods' real first name?
He got arrested for like DUI.
Pause for a second. I'm just gonna turn a light on it.
Okay. Oh, it's bright.
I'm
With
back.
with that short interlude, I just read ahead, and I think you're going to get a kick out of question 17. But first up, question 12.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
What railway station was the first in London?
Oh shit.
Which railway station was the first in London?
I feel like I should know this. Oh, I'm gonna have to guess.
I mean,
I didn't know. If I didn't know,
there's a couple of them to choose from.
there's a fair number of them to choose from. No, I'm changing. I'm changing my answer, which means our first answer is going to be right.
That is the traditional way of how quizzes work, yes. Question 13. What leader is an anagram of stream? What leader is an anagram of stream? Like what we're doing now. What leader is an anagram of stream? Question 14. During which year did the Lockerbie disaster occur?
I know that name.
During which year did the Lockerbie disaster occur?
I think I'm probably not right.
Question 15. What is the smallest ocean in the world? What is the smallest ocean in the world?
Is it actually called an ocean or is it actually called a sea? Because that's... I know I'm trying to nitpick here, but... Yeah.
It is one that would typically be labelled an ocean.
Okay, that's fair.
There's supposed to be 7 of those motherfuckers, and I know 2.
I'm guessing it's neither of them. Neither of those. Who had a 1990s hit with the song Bump and Grind? Who had a 1990s hit with the song Bump and Grind?
I'm getting less and less confident as we're going on.
I haven't been confident from the start. Like, I only just wrote down an answer for fucking 13, so...
The long-awaited question 17. Who invented the first electric light? Who invented the first electric light?
Don't look up the answers, John. That's cheating.
And that's kind of how this works, really. I have the answers. If I don't have the answers, we're all in trouble. Question 18. Which tennis player won 2 women's Grand Slam tournaments in 1 year 5 different times?
Ugh. I think I know the answer, and the only reason I know the answer is because they mentioned it on a game stream. 2 best friends. And they were playing The Last of Us. So if I'm right, thank you, 2 best friends.
And then question 19. Which planet is closest to the sun? Which planet is closest to the sun?
I know this one. Because of Sailor Moon.
It's always interesting tracking the sources of your knowledge of things.
I know! It's never where it should be, is it? It's not like, oh, I learned this in school. It's like, nope, I know this because of fucking Sailor Moon.
And finally, question 20. What colour eyes do most humans have? What colour eyes do most humans have?
Fuck. That's not a color.
No, F is not a colour.
Really not done well this round.
Oh wait, I think I've got it. It has to do with, like, the equator. There's a method to my madness, and I'll explain it when we get to the answers.
Okay. Is everybody ready for some answers, or does anyone want any repeated?
Bring the answers. I don't think we're gonna.
Bring it. I think we're fucked.
Jennifer, what's Tiger Woods' real first name?
Is it Timothy?
Jeff, what is Tiger Woods' real first name?
I guess Roy.
It is Eldrick.
Oh, that's what I thought. That was his middle
Yep.
name. I knew
never
Eldrick
got
was
that.
in there. It was weird.
Jeff, what was the first railway station in London?
In the end, I went for Victoria.
Jennifer, what's the first railway station in London?
King's Cross.
Jeff, what was your first answer?
King's Cross.
It's Euston.
Oh.
Jennifer, what leader is an anagram of stream?
Hold on, I'm just writing this question for Mom tomorrow.
And I can send you the list if you like.
Oh, that'd be great. Okay, cool. No, that's fantastic. Then I can just write. Then I'll just have to write the correct answers. All right. I got Maters. Maters.
Jeff.
Your Doctor Who is showing because it's Master.
Master is the correct answer.
What? Fuck! That's an actual word.
We have those, yes.
I was trying to think of, like, freaking world leaders, and I was thinking about, like, arbitrary names of some micronation. Damn.
Yeah, apparently my Doctor Who showed through a little bit there. I didn't write these, but yes. Jennifer, during which year did the Lockerbie disaster occur?
1994?
Jeff?
1981.
1988.
I knew it was 80s. I was aware of it, but I was too young to be aware of it as it happened.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure, like, when, what year in the 80s that was.
I've heard the word Lockerbie, but I've never really paid attention.
That's fair. Jennifer, what's the smallest ocean in the world?
Is it the Indian Ocean?
Jeff.
I said Indian Ocean.
It is the Arctic. It is the Arctic Ocean.
Doing well. It's all going
Yeah,
well.
I know, right?
Jeff, who had a 1990s hit with the song Bump and Grind?
The only 90s one I can think of was Take That.
Sean says, oh, I guessed Arctic. The hell? Jennifer, who had a 1990s hit with Bump and Grind?
Sir Mix-a-Lot?
It was R. Kelly.
You say that like I listen to music.
Jeff, who invented the electric light?
Another one I think I feel like I should know, but I said Thomas Edison.
Jennifer?
I'm confident with that.
Tesla.
Technically, Edison improved the design. The first light was invented by a Humphrey Davy.
So, no.
So no. Tesla worked with Edison, but after he'd invented the light.
Right.
I watched the film. And the Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, but wasn't that a lot of conjecture? Because it turned out that Edison had lied a shit ton about what Tesla was doing and stole a lot of Tesla's work.
Money.
Yeah, but that's in the film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I never
Edison.
saw the movie.
Edison's not a nice man.
Most
But he
people who succeeded aren't.
He is and he isn't. Like, he's not horrible. He's not the worst, but he's, not great. Jennifer, who won... which tennis player won 2 women's Grand Slam tournaments in 1 year 5 times?
Was it Serena Williams?
Jeff.
I put Martina Navratilova.
It was Christine Marie Everett. Or otherwise known as Chris Everett Lloyd. Who... won 18 Grand Slam singles championships and 3 doubles titles in total. And let me see if I can find which one she won. She was the year-ending world number 1 in 1974, 75, 76, 77, 78, 1980, and 1981. So yeah, she did tennis.
Damn.
She was born in Florida.
Damn.
Those are some facts about her.
Damn.
Jennifer, which planet is closest to the sun?
Mercury.
Jeff.
Mercury.
It is Mercury.
I should hope so too.
Unless they've changed it recently. I know that I've got to come up with some sort of new mnemonic to remember the order of the planets, because mine still has Pluto in it.
Mercury got declared a non-planet like Pluto did. It's very tragic.
Oh, fuck them. It's my very energetic mother just made us 9 pizzas, and they can pull that out of my cold, dead hands.
My very early morning jam sandwich just something. I can't remember the end of it, apparently.
Energetic pizzas are so much more fun.
And question 20, what colour eyes do most humans have? Jeff.
I think it's brown.
Jennifer?
Is it brown?
It is brown.
Cool! Now, do you want to know my thinking and why I said it related to the equator?
Yes.
Okay, so way back in the long ago times when humans were just becoming humans and they were doing the whole evolving thing, they would have tried to live somewhere that was more sustainable. So that meant being near the equator where it would have been a lot warmer instead of up north where it would have been cold and they wouldn't have known how to like hunt and shit yet. So in a warmer climate there would have been plenty of fauna that they could eat. No, flora. Plants!
Yeah, flora.
Plants.
that they could eat. So they would have needed darker eyes to prevent extensive sun damage, hence equator, hence brown. So there was a thought process.
There you go.
there.
That's quite the thought process.
That's a thought process happening. Can confirm thought.
I know, it's really weird. I think.
Sean says the sun is stronger on the equator. Makes sense. Decent logic.
Thank you, Sean.
So we hit the midpoint of the questions, and obviously with just the two of you, it's going somewhat quicker this week. So who knows how early we'll be done tonight? But at the
Or
midpoint,
we can always do a bonus round.
yeah, we could do. But at the midpoint, we tend to try and take a break and just sort of let the brain relax a little bit. Let you guys, if you need to, just run off and grab a drink or
Is it worth giving the points for that round?
snack food. So let's start off by getting your points in. Jennifer,
I got 2, which puts me at 6.
and Jeff,
I got 3 for that round.
which puts you at 9.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna
I've got high hopes for the video game round.
we're gonna take a short 3-5 minute or so break. We're not going to go anywhere, but we're not going to do any questions. We'll probably just talk amongst ourselves a little bit. We will run an advert, and I'm giving you ample warning now because adverts can be up to 10% louder than the loudest we can be. So the loudest sound we can make plus 10% more than that.
I think the loudest sound we can currently make is the explosion in the new Touches of the Cult trailer.
No, we turned that down.
Oh, we should have left it as it was.
The explosion that nearly deafened everybody, we turned it down.
It's kind of
And
the
people
point of it, though, to
wonder
be
why I
honest.
don't watch the trailers.
So you've got a couple of minutes for I press the button. I'm going to press the button in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now in an advert break for anybody that isn't one of our subscribers. For anybody who is a subscriber, you are still seeing us. So hi, thank you for subscribing. This is one of the main benefits you get. You, however, get to go away. Goodbye. Oh, thank you, Sean. That's what we get for having a much more efficient mod team than me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean. So, actually, I have a fascinating fact that I learned this week that I thought I would share with you, and I know for a fact doesn't come up in any of the following questions. Did you know that a alligator or a crocodile has 2 aortas in their heart?
Okay.
And this allows them to turn the blood, effectively turn off the blood being pumped into their lungs.
Why would that be a thing?
I'm glad you asked, Jeff. Basically, it allows them to do 2 things. One, it allows them to hold their breath while they go underwater for really long amounts of time, because that's the thing that they do. They effectively, they become a closed system. The other aorta also pumps the blood directly into their stomach, which means that it can produce, using the carbon dioxide in the carbon dioxide heavy blood, up to 10 times as much stomach acid as other animals, meaning they can digest anything. It allows them to eat things like antelope hooves and antlers and digest those. Whereas conversely, a penguin is able to turn its stomach acid off and leave food within itself undigested for up to 3 weeks, as it turns itself into effectively a refrigerator. able to store fish within itself to feed their young.
That's also so they don't burn any excess energy, isn't it?
I believe that's probably also the case, that they are able to do that to not burn excess energy. But yeah, basically, it also means that they have fresh food for the kids, the chicks, technically.
Oh. Skip.
Well, this is going to be an interesting round.
Well, at least I noticed before we started.
Okay, are you guys ready for the next round, the video game themed questions that I have compiled?
I think so, yes.
Hopefully.
From far and wide, and
It can't be any worse than that previous round, let's be honest.
we shall see.
I don't know. I actually got 2 answers right. I could get no answers, so, you know.
Question the first. What classic video game did Tony Stark catch a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. playing in the first Avengers movie?
So the first question isn't actually a video game question, it's a movie question.
It's about a video game. Sean says, ooh, which I feel might be because we watched the Avengers last week. Question 2. In 2018, which famous rapper released an official music video heavily inspired by Minecraft?
I thought these were going to be game questions.
The video game link is tenuous at best. They have video games in them, that's about it.
There are definitely more video game themed questions in the rest of the questions I collated. Pardon?
What was it?
In 2018, which famous rapper released an official music video heavily inspired by Minecraft?
Don't even listen.
Yeah, the question is name a rapper.
Yeah, name a famous rapper. It might be the right one. Question 3. What video game featured the first Easter egg? What video game featured the first Easter egg? And for a bonus point, what was the first Easter egg?
I think that's right. I'm not quite sure about the second part of it, but I think the first answer's right.
What video game featured the first Easter egg, and what was that first Easter egg?
The pink stripy one? Eddie's Excellent Adventure?
Dizzy. Question 4. The Kingdom Hearts video game series is a collaboration between Disney and which famous video game company?
Snort.
This one might have been listed as easy.
I never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
No.
I played the first one. I watched my brother play the second one. And my brother just got the third one after my mom pre-ordered it in 2012.
Wow.
They're really on it then.
Yeah, it took them a while. It kept getting pushed back. It was wild.
Question 5. What is the name of the woman that Mario is attempting to save from a giant ape in the original Donkey Kong? What is the name of the woman that Mario is attempting to save from the giant ape Donkey Kong in the original game Donkey Kong?
Jumpman, Jumpman, Jumpman. That's like as much rap as I know.
We've actually got a Super Mario 64 inspired tune on at the moment.
What
Does it contain the answer?
It does not.
No.
Oh.
Is everybody ready for question 6?
Yes.
The ghosts in Pac-Man are called Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and...
What? I don't know. Fuck.
The ghost enemies in Pac-Man are dubbed Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and... fourth name.
Watch me guess at all this shit.
Spoilers, the pink one is called Pinky.
No, really?
We're good. Everything's good.
Sean says, Poe. Oh wait, that's the Teletubbies.
It's not Stinky Dinky Winky, is it?
Question 7. What was the name of the last game released as a physical cartridge for the Super Nintendo?
Oh my god.
Wow.
What was the name of the last video game released as a physical cartridge for the Super Nintendo?
I'm sorry, Jeff, what was that about it not getting any worse?
What, you thought I'd get you video games questions that were easy?
No, but I thought you'd get us video game questions that we might be able to answer.
You might be able to answer this.
I've got it wrong, but I'm interested to know what the answer is.
Yeah, I know, same here. I had 2 games on the Super Nintendo, so I'm actually really interested to see what other games were available.
I didn't actually have a Super Nintendo. I had the Mega Drive.
Wasn't that the same fucking thing?
Really, oof, you don't want to say that to the people who lived during that time.
No. What was it? Sega do the things that Nintendo don't.
Yep.
That was one of their advertising things. Back when it was all the big console wars.
My first Sega was the Sega Genesis, so...
That was the Mega Drive.
Americans.
Fuck you. Okay, so apparently I had both. I had a better childhood than you.
Question 8.
Sandbagging that again.
Yep, moving on. Keeping a happy face on things. Which pop media icon was recently I'll try this one again. Which pop media icon was recently memorialized in World of Warcraft in late 2018? So, recently 2 years ago.
Pop media?
Pop media icon.
In 2018?
Late 2018, yes.
Okay, so it definitely wasn't the Leroy Jenkins thing.
It was someone who wasn't in the game that has been added to the game as an NPC.
Yep. Oh.
Again, I've got it wrong, but I'm interested to know.
Well, that's the good sign of these questions, is you might get them wrong, but you'll learn something.
I know, right? That's always cool.
Then when you forget that we've already done this set of questions, we'll know the answers.
Yeah. Question 9. Which real-life talk show host is a radio personality in Grand Theft Auto? Which real-life talk show host is a radio personality in Grand Theft Auto?
Radio. Fuck. Does anybody even listen to radio anymore?
Not in GTA. Copyright.
I don't even know if this guy does radio. I think he might actually be a newscaster, but I'm guessing.
And question 10, the final one of the first part of our video games questions. What was the first video game system released to use in conjunction with a television? What was the name of the first video game system released to be used in conjunction with a television?
Okay, I'm kind of confused by the wording of this question. Are we talking about those ones where like you just plugged in the little thing and then it only played the one game? Or are we talking about like the Sega Genesis or the Nintendo 64 or something?
This was the first video game system to work with a television.
Yeah, that doesn't really answer my question.
It might be one that used only one game on it. I will tell you that it released in 1972.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
Well, I guessed.
Yeah.
Okay, is everybody ready-ish for some answers?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
but
interested
give me
in what
any.
these answers are. I'm very interested in these answers.
Yeah.
Okay, question the first. What classic video game did Tony Stark catch a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. playing in the first Avengers movie?
Galaga?
It was Gallagher.
It is Gallagher. And
Gallagher.
I've been very careful to hide the fact I'm actually wearing a Gallagher t-shirt completely by coincidence today.
Smooth move, John.
I mean, I also happen to just have the Gallagher shopping bag just here.
Yeah.
Because apparently I just have all the Gallagher stuff just to hand. In 2018, Jennifer, which famous rapper released an official music video heavily inspired by Minecraft?
Chris Brown?
Jeff?
Put down Stormzy.
Oh,
It was Kanye West.
yeah, that is kind of the douchey thing.
I'm glad I didn't get that one right.
Kanye West and Lil Pump's 2018 duet I Love It featured caricatures of the artists based on the hit video game Minecraft. Jeff, what was the first video game to feature an Easter egg?
Adventure.
And what was the Easter egg?
I think it was a room where there's like a credit to the author or something.
Jennifer?
Half-Life?
It was indeed Adventure. It was a 1979 released game on the Atari 2600, and it had a room that featured the creator's name. Atari had basically restricted people from putting their names, like having end credits to their games. And so the person that coded Adventure said, screw that noise, and hid his name in a room that you could get to by getting a key and taking it back to the first room.
Which reminds me, I should have watched Ready Player One again.
Yes, it is featured heavily in Ready Player One.
That's the only reason I could think of it. So, do I get the point for the author credit?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
The Kingdom Hearts video game series is a collaboration between Disney and which famous video games company, Jennifer?
Square Enix?
Jeff?
Those people.
It is indeed Squeenix, yes.
Cool.
It features characters from classic Final Fantasy games, teaming up with the likes of Scrooge McDuck, Bowser Lightyear, and Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, that's why I was pretty sure it was Square Enix, because they did Final Fantasy, so...
Jeff, what is the name of the woman that Mario is attempting to save from a giant ape in the original Donkey Kong?
Pauline.
Jennifer?
Oh shit, I put Daisy.
It is indeed Pauline. Although Princess Peach has come to be known as Mario's primary love interest, in his first appearance, He was risking life and limb to save Pauline from Donkey Kong.
There's a whole section in Super Mario Odyssey in New Donk City which is just centered around that because they celebrate that. Which is like a whole 2D section which like ends up with Donkey Kong.
That's cool. Yeah, I know that the New Donk City bit is basically Pauline's one of her first major appearances since Donkey Kong, I believe. Jennifer, the Pac-Man ghosts are known as Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and...
Blue?
Jeff?
Clyde.
It is indeed Clyde.
Fuck.
Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde. Clyde is the orange one.
I knew one of them had, like, a non-rhyming name.
He is also sometimes known as Pokey. Fascinating things out there you can read about the coding that went into where they chase. Because they don't all chase Pac-Man.
No, yeah, I remember reading their pathing isn't necessarily always chasing.
Yeah, there's basically one of them that chases Pac-Man, one of them that chases a square 2 blocks in front of him, one that does about 5 blocks in front of him, and one that does 2 or 3 blocks behind him. And then every so often they will all go to one of the corners of the map and then come back to try and get you.
Interesting.
And that's to sort of create the randomness of them chasing you rather than them all trying to converge on you.
Yeah.
Jeff, what was the name of the last game released as a physical cartridge for the Super Nintendo?
It's wrong, but I put Rise of the Robots.
Jennifer.
I put Paperboy, so...
It was Flame Emblem Thracia 776, which was released as a physical cartridge on the 21st of January 2000.
Wow.
Wow.
It was the last game to be published for the Super Nintendo. Whether they were actually still making Super Nintendos at the time, I can't quite say, but...
They probably weren't. It was PlayStation era.
Yeah.
PlayStation, Saturn era.
Jennifer, what pop media icon was recently memorialized in World of Warcraft?
Coolio?
Jeff.
PewDiePie?
It was comic book visionary Stan Lee.
Oh, right. Memorialized means they died, doesn't it?
After he passed away in 2018, he appeared as a NPC.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Continuing his run of being cameos in things.
Can't escape.
No.
Ooh. Speaking of cameos, do you want to know an interesting Disney film that Stan Lee cameoed in before they bought out Marvel?
Oh, go on then.
That's what it is. I think I know what it is. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it Big Hero 6?
No.
Oh.
This was
wasn't
before they bought Marvel.
Ah, okay.
It was The Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement. At the end of the movie, when the actual royal wedding happens, he goes and he's like the king or something of some arbitrary Argentinian country, and he basically goes, "I would be much happier if you and I get married," to Julie Andrews' character.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Yep.
I still like the idea that all future Marvel films just need to have a missing poster somewhere with him on it.
That is a fantastic idea.
I think that's something that they should do.
I'm not convinced about the need for more Marvel movies, but okay, that's my own opinion.
I mean, you know, if they're gonna do them.
Well, I mean, a bunch of them are already made. They just can't release them now because of the COVID thing, so...
Jeff, Which real-life talk show host is a radio personality in Grand Theft Auto?
Jimmy Kimmel is a guess.
And Jennifer?
Carson Daly.
Laszlo Jones. Jeffrey Laszlo Jones began his real-life career as a DJ over 30 years ago. And then pivoted into doing the radio on Grand Theft Auto.
Obviously not the station I was listening to.
I think he does like the overseeing of a lot of the radios, and then is a voice on one of them.
The only one I listened to was the one with Cara Delevingne because it had the Ghostbusters 2 theme on it.
And Jennifer, what was the first video game system released to be used in conjunction with a television?
Pong.
And Jeff?
ColecoVision, only because of the vision part of it.
I will give Jennifer half a point. The system is called the Magnavox Odyssey, and it first released in 1972, and it was known for featuring a game similar to Pong.
The only reason I even thought of Pong was because of the Bumblebee movie. When you said 70s, I immediately thought of that scene where he gets into the house and starts playing Pong on the TV.
So the Magnavox Odyssey, otherwise known as the Brown Box, was the first commercially available home video games console. We'll go with that line read.
Cool.
It was developed by a small team led by Ralph H. Baer, who is an amazing inventor who invented a lot of video games technologies, and was still very active up until a few years ago. He passed away in 2014. But as far as I know, he was still actively developing electronic technologies up until he passed away.
Always got passion.
He worked on the Magnavox Odyssey. He also invented one of the early light guns that allowed you to shoot your TV screen.
Oh, wow.
So, like, the one for Duck Hunt?
That sort of thing, yes.
That is so cool.
But he invented it for universities.
Oh.
Huh.
Universities came to him and said, we want to do a home education system, very ahead of their time, where we mail out videos to people and they watch them, but we need some way of proving that they've watched it. And so he said, well, I can come up with a way of having a quiz where you select the answer and then we'll find out what the answer is. And it will play one thing if they get it right and another thing if they get it wrong. And so he invented the light gun for that, and then it went on to be used as video games thing.
That is so neat.
He also did then work on the ColecoVision. A few years ago, he did he was interviewed on the Major Nelson podcast, and he was an amazing person to just listen to talk about these things, because he was like very passionate and knowledgeable about them.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of person that's amazing to hear talk. Moving on, we have another 10 questions on video games and video game related things. So, everybody, pencils to the ready.
Do you not want our scores, or...?
Yes, I do. I keep forgetting that. I'm getting passionate about things. Jennifer.
Always a good thing. With that round, I'm at 8.5.
8.5 in total.
Yeah.
And Jeff.
I got 6 that round, with a bonus point for the Adventures.
So that is 15.
Can we actually have game questions that are actually about video games this time?
We have questions about video games. Oh, actually, the other thing I do remember about the Magnavox Odyssey is that one of the things it first shipped with was an overlay of effectively a acetate paper that you had to lift over your TV screen because it could only work in black and white. And so you put the colours on it with literally like putting the colour over the screen.
That's kind of cool.
That's how they released an American football game.
Oh wow, that's like the red alert bulb from Red Dwarf. That is.
Yeah. Question 11. Ed Boon and John Tobias are the original designers of which video game franchise? Ed Boon and John Tobias are the original designers of which video game franchise?
So many stories about that.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get to all of them in a minute when we do the answers.
I feel like Ed Boon was the name of a serial killer.
I mean, given how many people he's killed in video games.
God.
Question 12. What was the name of the virtual pandemic that struck the world of Warcraft in 2005?
Oh my god, I remember that!
We were talking about this the other week, weren't we?
Yes.
We were. I saw a video about it too. It was crazy.
Can you remember what the name of it was?
No, I can't.
Oh no. What, the video or the
The facts.
No, the fucking. Oh, come on, brain. Why? God, I'm 2 for 2 on this one.
Other than Sonic the Hedgehog, question 13, other than Sonic the Hedgehog, which Sega character was a playable character in Super Smash Bros. 4? Besides Sonic the Hedgehog, which other Sega character was a playable character in Super Smash Bros. 4?
Sega. I don't know.
It takes ages to be this good.
At least I have a guess for this one. Those first two are just blank.
I mean, yeah, it's narrowed down to the entire roster of characters in Super Smash Bros. 4.
I never played 4. I got 2. I 1 and 2.
Question 14. Nintendo began as a company selling which product? Nintendo began as a company selling which product?
Oh, God. I'm guessing on that one, too. I feel so stupid tonight. Oh, my gosh.
Question 15. What is the Sega Master System known as in Japan? What was the Sega Master System called in Japan? Question 16. If I'm going too fast, do give me a shout.
No, you're good.
Question 16. What is the name of the first video game in the Warcraft series? What was the first video game in the Warcraft series called?
Actually, no. It might have just been.
Question 17. Which iconic video game character originated as a simple placeholder? Which iconic video game character originated as a simple placeholder?
Ooh. Again, this is one I'm very interested to know the answer to. I can only think of one, and technically it's correct, but I don't think it's the answer I've got down there.
We'll see.
I can only think. I'm making a guess. I think this is right, but I'm probably wrong.
I mean, if it's one that I know, I might give bonus points. If you get one that isn't the one that I have listed. Question 18. How long did it take Marcus Pearson to create the first version of Minecraft? How long did it take Marcus Pearson to create the first version of Minecraft?
Do you mean version 1.0 after it spent all that time in beta?
I mean, how long did it... Well, the question is asking how long did it take for him to make the first version? When did he first release the Alpha Edition? How long after he started coding? Question 19. How many different shapes of four connected blocks are there in Tetris? How many different shapes of four connected blocks are there in Tetris? And those are the 19 that I had at the start. So the 20th question is, where does the word Shinra from Final Fantasy VII come from originally? What is the origin of the word Shinra? And there are two possible answers for this that I will accept as the correct answer.
That's good, because I think I've got neither of those.
Let me know if you guys want me to repeat any of those.
No, I think we're good. I'm good anyway.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay, Jeff, Ed Boon and John Tobias are the original designers of which video game franchise?
Mortal Kombat.
Jennifer?
I have no idea.
It is indeed Mortal Kombat. They also named Noob Saibot after their names backwards.
And two characters in Mortal Kombat came about as bugs from the original games.
Yes. Can you?
Scarlet.
Yes.
And there's a Pink Floyd joke in there as well. And he's purple. I'm taking all these extra points, by the way.
Yeah, no. Jennifer, what was the name of the virtual pandemic that struck the world of Warcraft in 2005?
Fuck if I remember.
Sadly, no, not that. Jeff?
Corrupted Blood.
It was indeed Corrupted Blood.
That's what it was.
It was unintentionally introduced to the world of Warcraft via a supervillain who was meant to wipe it when you left the area, but he didn't wipe it on pets, is what I believe to be the case.
It was pets, yeah. So people would, if you desummoned your pets before you left the instance, the plague would stay on your pets.
And then it would be reintroduced to you.
And it spread like wildfire. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, it's actually used now as a model for how diseases spread in population centres.
It's insane.
And how people
Kind of
react.
scary.
People were just like not going near not going near the major cities for the whole while until this thing.
I mean, they were socially distancing.
Oh, yeah. They couldn't socially distance from their pets though.
No. Jeff, besides Sonic the Hedgehog, which other Sega character was playable in Super Smash Bros?
I got Little Mac down, but I don't think it's him. I think he's more of a Nintendo character.
No, that's not the one I have listed. Jennifer.
Knights.
It is Bayonetta.
I didn't know she was Sega.
Bayonetta is a Sega property.
Oh. I was thinking back in like the Master System Mega Drive days.
I was thinking, yeah, Sega Saturn sort of thing. Sega Genesis. Fuck.
Jennifer, what did Nintendo start off as a company selling?
TVs?
Jeff?
I think it's playing cards of some description.
It is playing cards. They started in 1889 as a company selling Hanafude playing cards.
It was Hanafude, I thought it was.
Which is a traditional Japanese playing card.
It's actually quite a good game, actually. If you get an app on your phone, do that because it's a really fun game.
And they've been going ever since.
Crazy.
Jeff, what is the Sega Master System called in Japan?
All of my mind came up with was Sega Famicom because I think it's some sort of friendly name like that. I think.
Jennifer, any ideas?
I just put Sega.
That's close. It's the Sega Mark III. Because it was their third one. They went with a simple name, really. It's the third one, so we call it the Mark III. Jennifer, what was the name of the first video game in the World of Warcraft, or in the Warcraft series?
World of Warcraft?
Jeff?
Warcraft, Orcs and Humans.
It was Orcs and Humans.
Fuck.
The first Warcraft was called Orcs and Humans, and various aspects of the game, such as multiplayer functionality and real-time strategy play, helped to revolutionize the video game industry, according to the fact.
It had this cool map table, so that when you complete the missions, parts of the map would come up in a 3D. And if you were the Orcs, you started in one corner. If you were the Humans, you started in the other corner, and basically just like made your way across the whole map.
Cool.
A lot of the events that you hear about in like later Warcraft games, they actually happen in that first game. So yeah, I have it somewhere still. Don't know if it was still played, but I don't know if I can find it. I've got it somewhere.
Jennifer, which iconic video game character originated as a simple placeholder?
Oh god, was it Luigi?
Jeff?
The only one I could think of was Colonel Blair from the Wing Commander series, because in the first game, you could put your own name to him, but he had blue hair. Then when they had to make the live-action version for Wing Commander 3, they thought, what name were we going to give him? Oh, he had blue hair, let's shorten that to Blair.
Oh, well that's interesting. The answer I've got written down from my sources is Kirby.
Oh.
Who was originally a circular placeholder, and then they went,
Arms and legs.
let's stick with it. The other one that I was thinking of as a possible answer was going to be the voice of Claptrap. Because it was just a guy in the studio. Who now works at Rooster Teeth. facts. Jeff, how long did it take Marcus Pearson to create the first version of Minecraft?
Guess 5 years.
Jennifer.
I guessed 1 year. Because basic Minecraft was basic.
The first alpha version of the game was released released in 6 days.
Wow.
Damn.
A fully marketable version of it came out 2 years later. But yeah, he did it in a week. And then took 2 years to finish it.
Just sat back and watched all the pre-orders come in.
Pretty much. How many different shapes of 4 connected blocks are there in Tetris, Jennifer?
5?
Jeff?
The number of different blocks of shapes in Tetris, or tetrominos to give them their proper name, is 7.
There are 7. And yes, they are called tetrominos.
Extra point.
No.
Wait, what? There's the square, the T, the S, the Z, and the L. What else is there?
They go to the Z and the L go 2 ways.
Well, yeah, but it's the same block.
No, there are 2.
It's 2 directions. It's 2 directions, so it counts twice.
There are 2 different Z shapes and 2 different L shapes.
Oh, the L. No, I missed the L's. Fuck.
Jennifer, Sean says, "Oh yeah, I knew the Z one, but forgot the L."
At least I wasn't the only one.
And so, where does the word Shinra from Final Fantasy VII originate, Jeff?
It's probably going to be something like the producer's wife's butler's former tennis players' roommates thing. I don't know what it is. Got no idea.
Jennifer, any ideas?
Was it a company name?
Shinra. As a whole, the word Shinra comes from Egyptian mythology and is a minor vampire bat-type creature. The other origin that I would accept is in the course of one of the cutscenes where you're escaping Midgar in the game, you crash through a Shinra sign on your bike and knock it down to just say Shi, S-H-I, which is Japanese for death. So, yeah, it can come from Death Company, effectively. Final Fantasy VII has no hidden messages at all about global warming or the environment.
Who needs subtlety?
Not Final Fantasy VII, that's for sure. Jennifer.
Yeah?
Any points in that round?
No.
Jeff.
5 in that one.
So what I've learned is that I pitch the questions too high, and I'll work on that. Sorry.
Don't forget to send me those questions, though, so I can give them to my mom.
Yes. All that remains for me to say now, then, is congratulations to Totes Talon on Toasted Tea Cakes for taking the victory. Thank you, Jennifer, for joining us as well. If we had a budget for this thing, nobody would go away empty-handed, but we don't have a budget, so everybody goes away empty-handed.
That's 3 out of 3 losses. I'm not sure I'm coming back. I suck.
All that normally remains for me at this point to say is thank you guys so much for watching. we will be back again real soon with more streams. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live, and it's a completely free way that you can support the channel. I'm going to go over to the credits screen, but I also know that we don't have a lot on there at the moment because I haven't put anything on there today. So what I do know is that apparently my camera's not on. Oh, my camera's not on there because it's on Discord. On Monday, we're going to be doing Minecraft Mondays, where Sean and I are going to be continuing our run of attempting to get the bees sorted.
Not the bees.
We want... we want to get fireproof wood and gold. And we need bees to do that. And then next Sunday, the Clash of the Cult crew will be heading onward to Summit Hall, where they are evacuating the town of Belliard. I do also know that between then and now, we're planning to have possibly a stream tomorrow night of Tabletop Simulator. On Wednesday this week, we will be having the continuation of Golden Tooth, and on Friday, is it time for another Prince of the Apocalypse, Jeff?
No, it's 22nd because there's 5 Fridays in this month.
Damn it, Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll work out what is happening this Friday. It might be that we do Fighting Fantasy this Friday, then.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So, for now, guys, thank you. I'm saluting, but you can't see it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again real soon. Bye-sies.
Bye.
Bye.